much for joining us in TVC News this hour. We're staying in Kaduna State, where at least 17 people have been killed and 42 others abducted following a string of terrorist attacks in Kajuru and Kauru communities. The governor of the state, Uba Sani, has condemned the attacks and given directives for an evaluation of the damage. The former lawmaker, Shehu Sani, is urging the federal government to strengthen local security structures. Lupe Asom reports.
A cloud of despair looms over Kukure, Ungwansaku and Dogon Kaji villages in Kajuru and Kauru local councils of Kaduna State. This certainly is not the beginning of the new year they hoped for. Just 3 days into the new year, gunmen launched a brutal attack on their communities, which caused about 17 deaths and scores of villagers were abducted. The local vigilante, also known as Yansake, and other brave villagers eventually repelled the attack and pursued the attackers. The bandits laid an ambush for the local security men and killed about 8 of them and also set their motorcycles ablaze. Casualties from both Christian and Muslim faiths have been buried. Senator Shehu Sani, a former lawmaker from Kaduna State, have suggested engaging and empowering local security structures since the government has refused to allow citizens bear arms for self-defense.
Terrorism affects both Muslims and Christians. That is why we have a situation going on along this path. There's a need to allow the state to see how the vigilante groups and volunteers who have decided to take on this fight be supported. If the government will not allow people defending themselves, then if people organize themselves as defense committees or vigilante group or volunteers, they need to be given all the necessary support they should have in order to protect. It's happening in parts of Kaduna State and Niger State, where some communities have decided to set up their own vigilante groups, contributing money to protect themselves. If this is not done, it's going to be worse. You can see in some parts of the north, where even these terror groups are imposing levies and fines. People can't go to their house until they pay levies, they pay taxes to terrorists. It has reached a point in some places, some communities invite one terror group to protect them against that. If we are going to have solution to this problem, it has to be holistic.
Meanwhile, Governor Uba Sani has strongly condemned the attack in Kauru and Kajuru local councils, promising justice and the arrest of perpetrators and support. He directed for an immediate damage assessment, assistance and relief efforts to the affected communities through state agencies. The governor also emphasized the state's commitment to peace and development. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
Well, also in Katsina State, the Ministry of Internal Security has confirmed another attack carried out in the early hours of Saturday at Danali village in Danmusa local government area of the state. According to reports, an elderly man was killed and 5 women were kidnapped. This happened a few hours after vehicles carrying traders in the same local government where 8 traders were killed. At the Katsina State Police Commander also confirmed the attack on the traders, adding that 2 security personnel sustained gunshot injuries and are receiving medical treatment. The recent resurgence of banditry attacks on communities has compelled the state government to establish a community watch call.